Hello, Teresa.
Hello, Clara.
Nice to see you with this green, beautiful painting background. I guess, did you paint it? It's yours?
You're absolutely right. I painted that. It's a mural, so it covers the whole wall. And it's in my dining room, where I'm now working from. And green is a very quietening and balancing color. So it's a nice color to have when you're eating and you have friends around.
Oh, fantastic. And today, Teresa Amarillo from Greece, living in England. And then Teresa, because you have such a strong surname, Amarillo in Spanish is yellow in English, but Amarillo, where is coming from your surname?
Lovely. Yeah, my name is Teresa Amarillo, in the Greek way. And my ancestors came from Spain.
Oh.
After the Inquisition, because my ancestors, and I'm Jewish, and Isabella and Ferdinand, during the Inquisition, they decided to get rid of everybody who was not Christian.
Mm.
And as you know, there were a lot of Jewish people living in Spain.
Yes.
So they left. To the ones who didn't convert, they had to leave. And a lot of them went to Thessaloniki in Greece. That's the city I come from, because it reminded them so much of Spain. So they started this flourishing society in Thessaloniki until the Second World War. They were there.
And how long were you living there in Greece?
18 years. I went to school, to high school, and when I was 18, I went to study, and I never went back to Greece.
From that moment, okay.
No, to leave, because I go to Greece ever so often.
Yeah. But also you have all this inspiration from the colors in the Greek island.
Absolutely right.
And tell, because the name of our inspiration for people today is the color and art, or the art and in color and therapy and health and education. Anyway, it's all about color, how you came across with color, or how color brings to your life.
Right. Well, when you live in Greece, it's very difficult not to be aware of the beautiful color that surrounds you at all times. And most of the year, you have a fantastic blue sky. And then the fields, in the summer as well, when it's dry, the fields, they have this golden and yellow color. They look like a patchwork when you look at them. The sea is turquoise. So the flowers are bright and fuchsia and red. So it's very difficult not to love color. And I'm very artistic. I was always very artistic and sensitive to color. So I became a weaver. I studied art and fine arts, but at school as well, I was good in painting and designing, and color was very, very important for me. And I always dress very colorfully.
Yeah. I think this is very important. As we live in England as well, we came to bring color, because in many ways, a cold country needs warm colors.
Exactly, especially in June this year, and today it's a solstice as well.
This is a very, very powerful day. We are doing this.
And the longest day, we won't be able to see it because it's raining.
Absolutely.
But we have to think of it.
Yes, but anyway, going back to the rainbow inspiration, because our, let's say, conversation today is about many aspects of color and how important is as we are children of the rainbow.
Absolutely, like Rudolf Steiner says. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Then I'm just going to show your books, because Teresa wrote two beautiful books. This, The Art of Color Therapy, and know your color personality. They are full of beautiful information, inspiration, and knowledge. And then tell us about your long, long journey through color.
Thank you, Clara. As I said, color was very much inside me, and you will find that Greek people, Greek women especially, because we can wear a lot of color, they love their color. They wear big jewelry, turquoise and different colors. But it was only in, I was, and I'm still an art teacher and an artist, a weaver. So all my weavings were very colorful, and what I was teaching to the children was very colorful. But it was only in 1999, so only 21 years ago or 22, that I discovered by chance that color has a therapeutic side as well, a healing side. And that if you use it with a purpose, it can balance your energy, it can make you feel better, it can cheer you up, or it can calm you down. And I found that in a book, in a coffee table book by an Australian journalist whose name was Susie Schiarazzi.
Yes.
Okay? And she wrote this book, a coffee table book that was called Color. And it had many, many things about color. And in a chapter, it says the healing power of color. And that completely changed my life. So I went on to study with 3 different teachers color therapy and how to use color in a healing way. Okay. And shall I say, yeah.
But also the weaving and the craft that you were doing previously also helped, because in a way, healing as well is putting the threads of the energy together, and in that way was to color, which is very subtle and easy energy, and let's say a very mild way to do a therapy. Then how you start to apply this as a therapy?
Okay, yeah. So as you said, because art and creativity in any shape, but we're talking about visual creativity, is very, very important for healing. It's like an active meditation, because when we get engaged with colors and with sketches and with everything that needs our concentration, we forget about all our worries and we are completely at the moment. And we connect with something higher that goes through us and comes out on our painting. And it doesn't have to be creativity that we create things to go to a museum or things to sell. Creativity for the sake of creativity, it's the most important thing that will keep us happy in life and focused. Okay. And how I brought it, well, as I said, I'm an art teacher, so it was very easy to teach art and bring a lot of color. But when I started teaching color therapy, and I worked for 15 years in a company, a Swiss company called Bioptron. This company produces therapeutic light, color therapy lights, light therapy lights. And of course, they're very corporate, very, very much like business people. And yes, there I came talking to them about color therapy and the different chakras, the different pressure points. But also I brought my 7 puppets. I made 7 puppets. So there were all these gentlemen and gentle ladies that they were trying to promote the product. And there I came, bring them the fun side of it, chatting the blue puppet about truth and the red puppet about courage and interacting with the audience. And people loved that. They were like completely open to receive these puppets.
Can we talk a little bit for people about the puppets and how you decide to create it for the inner child, complementing the color and the therapy?
Right. You know what? I'm going to just pick up one puppet.
Yes,
that's the only one I have now.
Because the color also cheer up the inner child that all we have. And this is why dolls and creation, this is Beautiful. Oh,
Yeah.
what an inspiration. And then how you created first, or how you had the idea. Hello. What's the name of your
Hello.
puppet? What's the name of your puppet?
This is Color Face.
Color Face.
Yeah. And he likes you and he sends lots and lots and lots of kisses. Right. So Color Face, and he's on the cover of my book as well.
Yes.
That's that puppet. Yeah. He was the first puppet I made. Yeah. Hello, Color Face.
Hello.
Hello, guys. So that was to introduce the different energy centers, the chakras, as most people know them. And Color Face, he also had some light on his trousers, but that doesn't work anymore. So to show the energy of the red. And he has the red for the legs, and then the orange for the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, the heart chakra. This is full of music notes.
Yay!
Because blue is all about singing, communicating, talking. And then that's the indigo, the third eye, and the lovely crown chakra.
How
that
beautiful.
Connects us with higher values and with the universe. So he was always talking and explaining. There was a little story that went with him that I used to say, how he got the colors. And then I had 7 other puppets, which I don't have anymore because they died. Just
they
like
all,
us.
But they all different with different characters.
Yeah, because the face was made out of rubber. And rubber gets older, and I use them a lot. So they had a lot. And when they get warm, they start changing shape and the rubber sticks together. So I had to take them apart and put them to bed. But they are in my book, and I'll show you a picture later. But also when I was teaching in the schools, my little puppets were talking to the children. And they were saying, hello, I'm the blue puppet. I can listen to you. And only by looking at the colors of the puppets, the children reacted in different ways. And you know how children are so easy in talking.
Completely.
The interaction was amazing.
Yeah, especially because in this moment of life, we really need to be aware that this will be the tool for education. Let's say, if you were doing in these last years, and many, let's say, Waldorf schools and Steiner schools were doing, and some people are doing, but this will be growing more and more, because with the complement of the puppets, the dolls, the children painting, drawing, weaving, all the joining all the techniques together.
Exactly. And it's very important. Bye-bye, Color Face. I put him down.
Yes.
He can sit here listening to me. I was hoping to find, I think I can find it fast.
Because another important thing, when you show the blue color in the puppet and the music, is that not only music, but your experience about languages, because you speak as well. You were living in Israel at some point?
Yes, I speak Hebrew fluently, although I'm not very good in writing it, but it's a difficult language to write, but I can speak very fluently. And I speak French fluently because I studied in a French school.
And also Spanish on the way.
Yeah. And I understand a bit of German because I had 2 German grandmothers. Although German, I wasn't too fond of the language, so I didn't try to learn it. Big mistake. Because it's nice to learn the languages.
I like this kind of color here in this chakra, in the hands of the puppet, and also related with the music. And because languages are a kind of music of different country, then I think the colors were very, very representative, because this is the way how art works. They work with a hidden kind of symbolism.
Exactly. Yeah. And music and sound, when I was studying color, our teacher analyzed the prayer, our Father,
Yes.
And every word resonated in a different color. It was written that way, so the spoken word produced a whole symphony of colors just by saying this prayer.
Beautiful.
And that happens in most of religions when they have the singing. In Hebrew, they are the nigudim, which are very healing music. Psalms, they have different colors. So the way they sing them, they go to the different energy centers. Because sound and color is very similar. It's a kind of vibration. It's a kind of frequency. And they're the synesthetic people, you know, the synesthesia is the ability of people to see music in color and to hear, and to see color by hearing music. I love that. Not everybody has that, but I love that idea.
I know the idea is really good because many children, let's say, needs another different way to communicate with them by more subtle, let's say, artistic tools.
Yeah. Now, before I go on, I found that picture with the 7 puppets.
Oh, nice.
So you can see all of them.
Family. They really look like a family.
They are a family, and
they have. Do they have instruments? One of them has
only the red one, because
the red one. Oh, I see the red one. This looks wonderful. The red one, because it's the more active. Red is the active color.
So the red one has the drum because he's noisy and he's marching. And the orange one has a hula hoop because it's all about moving his middle of the body. So yeah.
I like this inspiration you show for mothers who are at home at the moment and have children, and sometimes they ask, what can I do with my children? Then do a puppet and choose a color and see how the children feels better, or let's say which color will bring better energy for that child.
Exactly. And if mothers understand, I mean, children instinctively they choose the color they need. Yeah. But if mothers want to help them and they are over agitated, they can bring some violet, they can bring some blue in. And it doesn't have to be too complicated, just a little blanket, or they can put a gauze against the window, a shawl, so the light will filter and will become red or yellow or blue. It depends on the needs, or just decorate the table with different flowers of the color they need. And one color that's very good, and as I say, they can bring flowers, is amarillo. It's the yellow, which is very good for the brain, to stimulate the brain. So when people are a bit tired or they have exams or an interview to go to, it's very important to surround themselves with yellow so they stimulate their mind. I know yellow is the solar plexus, which is our stomach, but it's directly connected with the mind. And the clarity, it's all about clarity. Yeah.
And then, especially for this moment that many people are still at home and working from home, let's talk about the color and space, because this is another of your topics in the book. How will be, let's say, more alive energy for this quiet, let's say, home working and playing situation we are living through? How you will recommend for different places of the house the color?
Yeah. I mean, it's important to have a quiet environment.
Yes.
For when we attach. And as I said, green is a very balancing color. Yeah. So even if you have a bunch of green leaves with a few flowers in it, it's very important to have a plant in the house. Because of the green. And in the olden days, the ambulances, they had green blankets to cover people who had an accident because of the vibration of green to calm down and to rebalance the system. So green is an important thing, and the best way is to bring it in with plants and flowers. But some people are allergic, so they can have a green cushion or a tablecloth or as I said, a cover. Because when you cover yourself with the color, you get all the vibrations and the frequencies underneath the skin. And
for instance, for rest from the computer or from the devices, which color will be better, especially because now many people are very much connected, children, teenagers, studying, how they can rest better through an atmosphere with color.
Well, the computers, they expel a blue light.
Yes.
We know that they bring us a kind of blue light despite the colors we see. And that blue light keeps us awake because it brings serotonin. That's why we are mostly awake in the middle of the day when the sun is in its way and gives a lot of blue light. It doesn't look like blue, but it is mostly blue light in the atmosphere, okay? Well, in the evening we have red light. So this blue light keeps us awake all the time. And it's okay during the day, but in the night we shouldn't look at these devices because we won't be able to see. Now, there are glasses. I didn't bring any glasses down. I have them all. But look at this. This is an orange cellophane. So there are glasses with that people can put while they're looking at the blue screen to balance them. Also, anything green, anything, just look further. But that's the color that will balance them. Yeah?
Absolutely.
And some glasses are yellow as well. That's another one. Now, you see these little transparencies.
Yes.
That I don't know if you can see, this is yellow.
Yes.
But you can buy that from any stationery.
Yes.
You can buy them because you can make crafts with them. You can do all kinds of things. But if you wrap that around a transparent glass and you fill it with water and you put that on your windowsill for 5 minutes, even if it's not bright sunshine, the consistency of the water will change and it will get the orange qualities.
How
so
nice.
If you feel a little bit low, a little bit depressed, a little bit sad, just drink a little bit of orange water.
This will be wonderful because there is the other method with the blue bottle that you put at the sun and then you charge the water with the blue color. But
the blue color is to calm you down.
Yes.
This is to perk you up.
Fantastic. This is a very good recommendation.
If you're on a detox diet or a detox of your mind, because that's a good diet as well to detox all the trash from our mind, yellow is a very good color to put around. It's really... Now, if people want to believe that it works, I suggest they have 3 glasses of water, one wrapped up with one color, the other one with the other color, and the third one with nothing. And leave it in the sun for 5 minutes and then taste it. And each color will have their own special taste. So then people will believe that it works.
Very good recommendation, especially now, while we are at home, we really need to drink more water than before just to hydration.
Absolutely, absolutely. We need more movement, more water, and especially more movement. Because movement also makes all our chakras move, all our blood circulates. And the more oxygen we have, the more water we have, the better the quality of our blood will be.
And also about the painting, because activities between, let's say, going to the computer, and we do that between doing certain obligations or duties that we need to do, then in between, we just take the time as well during the day or during the week to do art. Can you talk a little bit about your painting and your artistic activities you do in between? Because you do as well you did a lot of work during the lockdown.
Yes, I did a lot of work, but what I brought to show you, I didn't bring the orange things, but the rainbow, I made a lot of rainbows.
Yes.
Just paint lines, you don't make them like an art, you just paint them one line after the other, and painting with the rainbow colors, it's very, very therapeutic. And Rudolf Steiner, this great educator, that was so correct before his time, he says, just have little bottles of the 7 colors of the rainbow by your bedside. So every morning you wake up, you just paint a rainbow, wet on wet. So you wet the paper and then you paint the rainbow. And this will rebalance your energy. So creativity with the 7 colors, it's so important. But another thing that I brought here is the color of the personality.
Oh, okay? I like that. I really like that.
You have a date of birth.
Yes.
Okay? And then you have to add each color down to 1-digit number. So 22 is 4, 9, and all this is 1. And then you add all these 3 numbers to find your personality color. Okay, so you can be one of these 9 color personalities.
Okay, for people to do the exercise, let's say that personality 1, when added the number of the bird is red.
Yeah.
Personality 2 is orange.
Okay.
Oh yes, put closer. Personality 3, yellow. Yeah, that's it. 4. Number 4 is green, 5 blue, this kind of light blue, 6 is indigo, 7 violet, 8 magenta, and 9 gold. Okay, good.
Okay. Now, and that's how you do it.
Yes. Yeah. Now we can give some little bit of characteristics of everyone.
Okay.
Or at least one. Go. The less
I'll tell you one. I mean, yes, it's difficult to go. But, if you want to remember the qualities of each color, just remember how your chakras are in your body.
Absolutely.
So from underneath your stomach, everything is more active, more physical. And that's exactly how this personality are. The red, the orange, and the yellow personalities, they are more active, more physical, more go and get it. The green personality is more balanced, just like the color. And green people, people who have a green personality, they get along with everybody. They're very easy to be with. Now, the other colors, that they are the blue, which is here. No, that's the green. The blue, which is the throat, the indigo, the violet, and then we have magenta and gold. They're all a bit more spiritual personalities. They live in a little bit far away world. They're not so physical, so much on your face. They're much more in touch with the higher feelings. But what I wanted to explain, and it's very difficult to say everything in one moment, just to give an aspect of it.
Just an ideas for people just to do at home.
Yeah, so this is the blue, a blue personality, but the other 3 colors decide what kind of blue personality it is. Now, I'll show you another thing. This, I have the 2 blues here. I got inspired by the 4 colors of the personality to create these pictures, which I call them, and they're made, you see that one here?
Yes, beautiful.
These colors.
Yes.
The little squares. But if these 3 little colors, the day, the month, and the year, were different, the blue will look different and behave different. So compare these 2.
Oh, completely different, yes.
Yeah? It's still a blue personality.
Yes.
But you can see it already in the color. It would be a much milder personality. Yeah? Because this has the red, the green, they're a bit stronger color. Now that's a completely different personality as well, a magenta one.
The quality changed completely because the combination of the 4, but it depends how, for the visual.
The whole effect,
The whole effect, yes.
Yes, and that's how we are. Usually just by seeing these squares, without that, you already understand what kind of person a person is. Yeah, and this is
I like this exercise because people can do at home as well.
Absolutely. It's not difficult, and they can take a picture of what I showed before and just, so if you have a lot of dynamic colors, which are the red, the yellow, the orange, there is a lot of ego kind of thing, a lot of physicality.
Yes.
And if you want to choose for a partner, or if you want to understand your child and you analyze the colors, then you accept the way they are and you don't try to change them. You try to help them be the best with the colors they have. And many people ask me if the colors change over the years.
Oh,
They
yes.
don't. If we are, you're a blue person, aren't you, Clara?
Yes, yes.
And I'm a magenta person. So what we aspire to do is to become the best version of the blue for you, and for me, the magenta, the best of the best.
Yes.
With the tools we have from the other three colors.
This is why some people choose by clothes, sometimes naturally, some kind of, like you say, favorite colors. It's because inwardly you are feeling, I need that color, I need the sea, I need the color of the sea. Then you identify without knowing. But
Exactly.
then when you just do this exercise, it's very reaffirming.
Yes, yeah. And usually you're attracted to the colors that you don't have. And you feel very comfortable with the color you are. So blue people wear a lot of blue. It's something typical with blue people, the light blue. But each of them.
How do you, let's say, put the colors, the black and the white, let's say making contrasts with the rainbow colors that we've been talking? Because some people will say, I know some people always like to wear black, or some people white. Then,
well, black is such a useful color, not because it goes with everything. You can combine a lot of black, okay? But it also hides you. Because black is darkness. When it's dark, there are no messages. The moment you put a tiny dot against the black, it's starting talking. Colors are chatting. The moment we are wearing colors, we're giving out a lot of information. So black is the black people, Men in Black. You remember this film?
Yeah.
Or the little sexy black dress, because it doesn't say anything. It says, look, I'm pretty, but I'm not telling you if I want you or not.
Yes.
You know, it's this quietness. And that's why sometimes we are afraid of dark, because we don't get any messages. It's the hiding of the colors. It's dark. Very useful color. It's very relaxing. It's the mother. It has the black is the mother, the sky, the turbulence of the sky, the quietness of the sky, and the light comes shunk and cut the darkness. So the light is the white, which is all the colors all together, and it's much more stimulating. Yes. So if you want to relax, a black room is the best. That's why they recommend in the night to have a blackout room.
Yeah.
And you sleep so well because no chatting in your ears. Look at me, I'm green. I'm clever, I'm communicative, I'm strong. So what I wanted to show you, as you said, exercise. I know so much to say, you know.
No, you are the rainbow color inspiration.
Now, these are my colors.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm magenta, and then I have gold and 2 greens. Yeah,
yes.
Four. So that's a potato print that we made very quickly, you know, because I do exercises with people with the color of the personality. Then we did a nice mandala with it. Again, only my colors, nothing else, or their colors. Then a landscape.
Very
So you can
inspiring.
work, and then a little Matisse cutout.
Oh, nice combination like that.
Yes. Yeah, so you know, there's a huge repertoire that's a study only with my colors, and then another landscape. You see, just with 4 colors, which are your personality colors, you can produce a lot.
Absolutely.
And that's how you can use art. Apart from making the rainbow, you can use art so much with only 4 colors, and yet to understand yourself a bit more.
Can be as well for somebody who do a dress or do some accessorize and combine for necklaces or for fashion. It's such a big inspiration only with that exercise.
Exactly. I worked for a year with a very high-range jeweler in London. He was making jewelry, and he was asking for the colors of the people to make custom-made jewelry for them with diamonds and sapphires and emeralds. But it was only a year. I think they became too expensive. Too much custom-made. But it's not end ideas. And you feel comfortable with your colors. Why you need to understand the colors for moms, for the children, is to help them with the tools they have. So important. And another thing is to understand our parents and how they behave to us because of the colors they had. It gives so much more understanding.
Completely.
And sympathy and love.
Absolutely.
When you understand the other person.
Were people able now to find your books in the internet, or let's say where
You can find it in my internet, and I have also a website.
Okay, we'll give Teresa. Don't worry that normally when the interview is on the air, we'll put your information,
my details,
and then everybody will know, because I think it's worth to have these books. How you decide, or how long ago you did these books?
Well, the first one, the Art of Color Therapy.
Yes.
I was commissioned by the company I worked by Bioptron to make it, and that was in 2008.
Yes.
And it was translated in 7 different languages from the company, because they're such an international company.
Yes.
So you can have it in Russia, Romanian, Hungarian, Polish, all these things. And then the Know Your Color Personality, I think it's 6 years ago that we put it together. And then what I wanted also to show you, it's the tried and tested treatments, which is like a color puncture book. And it gives you a lot of treatments. Hold on, let me get a good one. That is a little bit more. You see, sex drive. Let's have this one. Sleeping
difficulties.
So it gives you all the points and the way to work with them with a little torch.
The acupuncture points?
Acupuncture points.
Yes.
Yeah.
The channel points.
Yeah. So that's another way. I always keep the green one. I mean, I keep the whole thing in my bag because it's such a small thing.
Yes.
Because sometimes when you eat very fast, you get a bit of indigestion.
Yes.
And there are 4 points around your navel that you do for 1 minute each. You just touch the skin.
Yes.
And then you feel good after that. I mean, it's the immediacy of the light and the color on our system.
And how people can get the torch as well with the colors?
On my website.
Oh, okay.
On my website. All that is with videos showing how to use them.
Because this is a very, very good tool.
Yeah. That's a very popular little book because the whole thing is like a treatment, the price of it. So you can take it home and do a lot of treatments.
Absolutely.
And what I wanted to say before time runs out, because there's so much to talk about with art and color, is that because of light, it contains all the 7 colors of the rainbow. We know that.
Yes.
Yeah. When it refracts, there are all the 7 colors. We need to have pure sunshine 5 minutes a day. That's all we need, pure sunshine. But we need to have it every day to rebalance our energy and to feed our mitochondria, which is the middle of our cells. Okay?
Yes.
We give the energy, the PTA energy. So just like we work on our tan, we can work on our PTA energy and just get renovated every day. So when people stay and get burned in the seas, that's not a good thing. You only need 5 minutes of pure sunshine. And then the rest you need to be covered. So important. That's my message, how to receive color and remain healthy.
Yeah, I think this is a very important message, especially because the sun now is becoming stronger.
Yeah.
And then, let's say we really need to be as well protected
Covered.
from, yes,
Yes.
cover.
Yeah.
But I know that also 5-10 minutes of sun on the back, it gives the vitamin D you need.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And also renovates the cells much better. It's like you plug yourself in, just like our phone, and it recharges. And you only need 5 minutes, not even 10, every day. So the rest of the time, you can be under a parasol, you can have a hat, you can have sunscreen. But for 5 minutes, just get the sun. It's your vitamin, the color and light vitamin that will keep you healthy. So, so important. Only 5 minutes.
Absolutely. Another important thing, just let's say going to the other tools more for spiritual work or for people be more in the meditation or let's say this kind of relaxation mood as well. Tell us about the visualizations with colors.
Yeah. I have in my book a visualization for each color, but
Yes.
basically for meditation is the blue and the violet. The violet is very good. Just you can put a light bulb that's violet. You can cover a lampshade with a violet piece of cloth, and that will prepare the mood. Also, aromatherapy, you have different oils for each color, like chamomile is blue, geranium is red. There are a whole list of which color. Again, it's a vibration, it's an energy, just like sound, smell. You know, the future medicine is sound, smell, and sound, smell, and light.
This is the perfect.
Which light is color, yeah?
Yeah, the perfect medicine. Also
Perfect.
because just by when people have no time to smell a flower or see the seasons or be close to the colors, because just by looking nature, we get inspiration from the color for our health and everything is acting in our system. Then it's a good way to use, as you said, the color and aromatherapy for relaxing or meditating.
Absolutely. And the other thing that is very important to know, because we have this strength inside us to transfer energy, if you think of a loved person that you miss a lot, or you know that they're a bit sad, just close your eyes for a second or two, it doesn't take more, and surround them with pink unconditional love color. Just like a little cocoon, and you see them inside. It only takes 1 minute, 1 second, 1 or 2 seconds, and they will feel your energy.
Absolutely. This is a practice which is very, very important. I do every day the pink, the yellow, and the pink, the yellow, and the blue. Just visualize every day when I wake up, sending to the earth and everything, but everybody can choose the affinity colors.
Absolutely.
And then you also can relax somebody who is around you which is perhaps very upset or something. You just visualizing the pink color, as you said.
Yeah. And you know, when I teach children, I mean, for the moment, I didn't go back because of COVID.
Yeah, the situation, yes.
Start. But because they were young, they were like 5, 6, 7, 8, they can be very boisterous. Before I entered the class, I surrounded all the class with indigo, which is the color of order and discipline. And then I surround them with love. Every time I did that, they were good for me. The times I was in a rush and I didn't do that, they were mischievous. So it does sending out energy. And if you want to be protected, you send out clear light to yourself and to others to protect them instead of worrying,
Yes.
oh, they're late, or they're in a car, just surround them with clear light.
Absolutely.
To protect them, yes.
Okay, just before we finish this wonderful, let's say, nutrition of colors, because we have been having such a big inspiration from your knowledge about different exercises. Let's say something for the future about color, because it's going to be very, very important in education.
Yeah. It's to understand color, to understand the qualities, the frequency, where exactly it influences us and which part of our body influences that, and to do a lot of colorful arts, to bring color in knitting, stitching, felting, painting. Just work with color, but don't also neglect the black and white, which bring a balance. So it's like the light that comes out of the darkness. The light is color, so color and darkness, they work well together. Creativity is expressing our colors. So it's very, very important to keep on with creativity for the future, for adults and children.
Absolutely. And then just to, let's say, to everybody, look the rainbow whenever it appears.
Exactly. And try to create rainbows for yourself.
Yes. Oh, Teresa, thank you.
Wow.
This has been a rainbow meeting, especially because today is a celebration of the solstice, and it's like an opening for the 3 next month, and then brings this light to atmosphere and families, children, and creativity. Thank you.
Wonderful. And if your audience have any questions for me, they can feel free to email me. Any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.